Welcome to another episode of Ruggers. Francois insisted on wearing shorter pants. Apparently he's working on his calves and everything. So Francois, it doesn't look, no, it's still not looking good. But the first episode, Francois, the Sprinbok squad was announced on Friday. They're already in France where they on a week's, I almost wanted to say holiday, but a preparation camp. But Francois, definitely missed opportunities by the Springbok management.
Yeah, let's take it back to the Lions tour. Our discussions during the tour about the Springbok team, the fact that we need new blood coming in. We finished the Lions tour, we went through to the next series. Once again, we discussed it a couple of times, and then I said, look, the way I understand it, your end of year tours traditionally is the opportunity to bring in and blood new young talent before the start of next year's season, and obviously all leads up to the preparation for the next World Cup. And we actually had some hopes for Tuesday's announcement. Unfortunately, we were disappointed.
Yeah, extremely disappointed. Personally, I think it's again with Saru. The problem is with Saru by appointing coaches, and I know that other countries also appoint coaches from year to year or from World Cup to World Cup, because apparently the World Cup is the most important in international rugby these days. Personally, I see it as a mistake, because Jacques the other day said he's working towards the world to win the World Cup. He doesn't care. I won't say he doesn't care about what happens afterwards, but he's absolutely married to some players that's underperforming. Just shows he just cares up to the World Cup. What happens thereafter? If he gets appointed for next term, he will look at it. If not, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And that, according to me, is the problem. According to me, the appointment of the Springbok coach must be subject to certain performance stipulations and not to a term to World Rugby or World Cup. The All Blacks, their coaches go for 12, 15, 16 years before they are replaced. South Africa not. We've got to replace our Springbok coach every 4 years, and that's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So that being said, we had with the discussions of the URC squad, there's not many players that can actually make the Springbok squad at this stage on merit.
We went through that exercise where we tried to identify the current URC based. And yes, we agreed. There's not many that we can replace, but there are.
No, definitely are. Frans Malherbe is injured, and then they brought back Thomas de Toey. He's a brilliant player. All the players are good rugby players, but if you compare Thomas de Toey and the type of rugby he plays with that of a Frans Malherbe, I would have taken Carlos Sari. Carlos Sari is a brilliant scrummager. He's brilliant the first and the second base next to the loose scrums and that kind of stuff. And that's Frans Malherbe.
Yeah, so focused defence around the loose scrums, effective, very effective defence.
Yeah. Now
apart from the scrumming. So.
We're going with Thomas de Toey. That's not even one of the top tight heads scrummage-wise in the world.
And what's the prop's first priority?
You must scrum.
Job? You must be able to scrum. Yeah.
All right, so that's the first. The other props are Stephen Kitsoff, Vincent Koch, Ox Nche, and Trevor Nyakane. No problem with them. I'm happy. I don't think there's anybody in South Africa that comes close to replacing those guys. So that's not a problem. Then the hookers, we also said there's not many hookers in South Africa. So we've got Joseph Dweba, Malcolm Marx, and Bongi Umbanambi. That's our best that we've got. At locks, we said we're sitting with a serious problem. We've got Lode Jager, Eben Etzebeth, and then Nicolaas Jansen van Rensburg, and what's that guy with the long hair?
Mostert.
No. The guy from Office. That's in.
RG Snyman. Who's injured again now.
Those two are injured. Okay. Yeah. So then they went with Salman Murad, that we all agreed he is the best at number 5 where the Western Province are playing him. and Marvin Orie. Nothing against Salman Murad. I think at 5 he was very good. At 4 he's even better. I think, but Salman is short. We are again going to go into a World Cup with locks that's 1.95, which is too short. Okay, and I think we missed the opportunity not taking a Ruan Nortje with also, and if we really have to push it, a Janko Swanepoel.
Yeah, Salman Murad is now one of the young players that's been included in the squad.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Salman, everybody is now claiming quota players and unfortunately, with the decision made by Saru, taking him at this stage, and he's been, 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks back after a very serious neck injury, everybody will, yeah. The loose forwards, I think, missed opportunities. We've got Sia, then we've got Kwagga, Marco van Staden, Dwayne Vermeulen, Jasper Wiese, and then we have as a utility forward Franco Mostert.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Personally, you know, I don't think Kwagga Smith is the answer at 6. I think we must allow Sia Kolisi. He is our captain, and he will be our captain for the next 5 to 8 years. Allow him to play where he is best, and that's at number 6.
Okay, so who do we bring in on number 7?
Well, we've got so many players, not even at number 7 and number 8. I remember Dwayne Vermeulen is injured.
And he's not 100%.
No.
Yeah.
So we're sitting with Arno Botha, Marcel Coetzee, my personal favourite, Evan Roos, Elrich Louw, Pepsi Buthelezi. We're sitting with 5 guys
that they could have included now in the squad.
Yeah. I mean, if you take Franco Mostert, Franco is not as abrasive as what we need. I mean, when he moved to the side of the scrum, it showed. And why must we carry the guy? I really would have dropped Kwagga Smith and Franco Mostert for a Elrich Louw and a Evan Roos.
Abrasive, strong players which have really proved themselves now and still are.
And that would start sending out the message to the guys that plays overseas. If there is a decision to be made between 2 close players, we will pick the South African base player. We owe it to the South African base players. My humble opinion, so I would have dropped Kwagga Smith and I would have dropped Franco Mostert. Franco Mostert, without a doubt. I think Elrich Louw, Evan Roos, all of these guys, Arno Botha, Pepsi Buthelezi, all of them would have been a better player at this stage.
Okay.
Scrum halves, unfortunately, there's nothing. I think if you want to be a Springbok scrum half, you must move to the Sharks, because this is now their 3rd scrum half that's being kept or that's being selected in the past year. But we've got Herschel Jantjies, Kobus Reinach that had a great game yesterday, and then Grant Williams of the Cell C Sharks. At fly half, the guys acknowledge we've got a major problem. Okay? But still we don't take the opportunity to take somebody with.
At least to start the process of growing into that position.
Yeah, so
at that level.
So it's only Elton Jantjies, Andre Pollard. If one of those 2 get injured, we are
we're stuffed.
serious problem. Yeah. Our midfielders, Lukhanyo Am, Damian Dalinde. But why Jesse Crew?
Yeah, I don't know. Hasn't been performing, hasn't been really. Where was he the past couple? Was he injured?
He's on tour the whole time.
But not playing?
No.
Okay, all right. And he's an old player.
We also agreed that in the midfield we don't have many opportunities. But then rather take Simelane with. Simelane is the next guy to come through.
It's just a question of time.
Take him with. You've got Pollard that can play centre. You've got Damian Willemse that can play centre. You've got there's how many players in the squad that can also back up as centre. Take Simelane with. Make him use. He is an ex-Springbok.
Definitely.
All right, outside backs. Afalele Fassi. And then Willie Leroux. What must Willie Leroux still do to be dropped?
And he hasn't had a good tour the past couple of games. It's not been his sharpest.
He didn't have a great Lions tour.
And didn't have
He was horrible
in the
in
championship.
Australia.
Yeah.
What must Willie Leroux do to be dropped?
Who do we replace options that we could have drawn in there?
Well, personally, I think Warwick Holland.
Yeah, no, I must agree.
We had the opportunity.
Warwick is firing on all his cylinders.
We had an opportunity. We've got two misfiring utility backs or outside backs, and that's Willie Leroux and Damien Willemse. And then we've got Frans Steyn, which is a good substitute, but only that, a good substitute.
Yeah.
So
where's the depth now? Yeah.
I cannot understand. But with Afelele Fasi, Makazole Mapimpi, and Sabun Kosi, no problem.
No.
I don't have a problem. They are the best. There is one or two guys that's challenging them, but they are the guys in the seat, so pick them.
No.
But Francois, really, okay, then the utility backs is Damien Willemse and Frans Steyn. Damien is off the boil completely.
Yeah, because I mean, he's not comfortable when they brought him up on fly-off.
He didn't perform for Western Province. The people from Western Province, his own province, shouted for him to be dropped.
Yeah.
But still, he hangs on to a place in the Sprinbok squad. I don't understand. But that all being said, we are definitely not the selectors. We're not Springbok coaches. I think if I were a Springbok coach, I would have been fired a long time ago. So, but again, our blood is green, and go Bokke.
No, definitely. Let's. The assumption you can make is that it's selected for only this next tour and nothing further, because I don't see depth being brought in here. I know Jock argued or he stated that Oxenchair is so-called young player brought up into the squad. What we are saying, look, there's another 20 tests, I think, before the World Cup.
Before the World Cup.
There is still time, but yeah, how long do you want to wait?
No, Jock said the door's not shut for anybody that performs. But cheapest, if Evan Roos and Elrich Low
is seen as not to be performing, then, then what must you do?
The argument Jock also had was their team must also perform.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe Jock must get Arasi to write his speeches beforehand, or I don't know. It's
currently those two players are one of the reasons why their teams are performing.
Yeah.
Never mind the team. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
But yeah, that's the Springbok squad. That's our 2 cents about the Springbok squad. I personally feel we're going to regret not including a Evan Roos, a Elrich Low, and Warwick Holland, and a Carlos Sari come World Cup 2024 in France.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.